Darci's Corner, April 29th, 2025. So we just had an election last night. Um, and I mean, fortunately for the country and for my kind in particular, um, the Liberals won. It's not that I'm necessarily a Liberal supporter, although they're fine. They say the right things. They don't always do the right things, but they say the right things. You know what makes them do the right things? Usually the NDP. And enough NDP got elected this round to make the Liberals do the things they said they would do. But that's kind of a hollow victory too, because I wish a lot more of the NDP would have got elected. They're good as Canada's conscience. They're good at reminding Liberals, you said you were going to protect housing, you said you were going to protect the environment, you said you were going to protect the poor, and improve health care and dental care and these things. So we want you to do it now. That's kind of the NDP's job. And that's how we got the pharmacare that we got and the dental that we got for people who can't afford pharmacare and dental. For some things. Like, that's democracy working for the people. But let's get back to basic human rights. And it really bothers me that my right to exist is on the ballot. It really bothers me that if I go south of the border, they won't let me cross because I am what I am. And that people want those same policies here. They want it to be impossible for me to exist in public. They want it to be impossible for me to use the bathroom. They want it to be impossible for me to go to a restaurant or a store. I should be ashamed of my existence. That's on the ballot. That is so wrong. And we only just barely won. I mean, it's a minority government, so it's only going to last maybe 2 years. Might last longer. Probably last about 2 years. And then they'll call another election because they'll want to have a majority. And maybe they'll win it, maybe they won't. But I don't care what your tax policies are if my right to exist goes away, do I? And the fact that so many people are totally willing to throw me away for taxes over tariffs. Had we elected the conservative leader, it would have been exactly like Daniel Smith said. He would have lined up exactly with whatever Trump wanted, and he would have given Trump our country. He would have just gave it to him. Like, okay, we won't do tariffs as long as you give us everything we want, which is all of our resources for no resistance, and they can just come take what they want. Yeah, that's not a good deal for Canada. It's a great deal for Polyev. It's not a good deal for Canada. So I'm glad that we have a leader who is going to stand up for Canadian rights and make deals with other countries so that we are not dependent upon the U.S. for the majority of our commerce anymore. I'm in favor of that. But it's a scary time. I'm watching what they're doing to my kind south of the border and listening to people who want to do the same things here. They want to take away my right to exist. They want to make life harder on me than it already is, and it's already pretty freaking hard. And there are thousands, millions of people just like me. We're at least 1% of the population, so there's lots of my kind out there. And we need to be protected. If I had a job that required me to cross the border, I would lose that job. I would be unable to do it. human rights matter. And at least more recently, Canada has been very good for standing up for human rights. And I'm proud to be Canadian. And I live in Alberta, but it doesn't matter what part of Canada I live in, all of it belongs to me. Just like every other Canadian. I love my country. Peace.